Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Spring Equinox webinar. We have a few of you signed up already, joined us already. Can everybody hear me? Can somebody just let me know if you can hear me okay? Great, that's perfect. Hi, Hannah. Nice that you and your mama could join also this evening. Thanks, Yannicka. Thanks, Raquel. Thank you. So welcome everybody. It feels very special to be running this webinar this evening. I think we can all acknowledge that it's a challenging time. I'm feeling a little bit emotional just thinking of everybody and what everybody's going through at the moment. So yeah, heartfelt welcome to everybody and for whatever you're going through at the moment as well, whether it's uncertainty or a loved one being ill or whatever it is. We're all connected. The whole world is impacted by this, and this is what this webinar is really about today. It's about connection, bringing people together. We will be doing a compassion meditation, which I think is so important at this time, to really be able to tune in with our own stress and discomfort, whether that's our worries about where things are going or yeah, our jobs or our financial situation, obviously worries about our family, maybe elderly parents. So yeah, acknowledging our own stress and discomfort in this time, and also everyone else's, so across the world. So this is something that's impacting the whole world, but I feel, and maybe you do too, also bringing the world together, because we're all connected by this. So that's the feeling that I'm having at the moment around this. And then, as it's the spring equinox as well today, so this is when the night and day are at the same length of time. In winter we have a lot of contraction, so autumn, winter, it's all about contraction, and spring is actually about opening up and expansion. And maybe if you are feeling a bit stuck in your homes at the moment, it's going to be hard to feel that expansion, but we're going to be doing a meditation that will hopefully help to ground you, and also start to feel this time of new life and growth as well. And yeah, just seeing how we can grow through this together as well. So starting with the compassion meditation. Compassion is essentially love and kindness. It's a feeling of love and kindness. And in the Buddhist tradition, which is now used in secular mindfulness as well, compassion is all about cultivating this feeling of loving kindness for others. So I'm going to ask you guys to engage a little bit here now. And when you think about compassion, can you just share one word in the instant message? So it should be to the right of your screen. One word that encapsulates compassion for you. So what one word kind of embodies compassion? So if you don't mind sharing, that would be amazing. If you don't worry, if you don't feel like it. So here we have Hannah. Thank you. We've got love. Definitely love is one word that encapsulates compassion. Empathy, thank you, Raquel. Yeah, that's definitely another word that encapsulates it. No judgment, that's okay, Yannicka, you can have two words, but yeah, absolutely, non-judgment as well, because we can all be very critical, and compassion, there is this definitely element of opening up and not judging situations or people, but people in particular. Thank you, Yannicka. Kindness, exactly. Kindness is another word. Thank you, Hannah. So yeah, I think we can really get a feeling of what compassion is. So loving kindness, empathy, non-judgment. We also hear words like forgiveness as well, acceptance, when we talk about compassion in my classes. So in the meditation, we're going to cultivate compassion, and we're going to be doing a version of the Metta Bhavana, but it's going to be a version of the Metta Bhavana, which is a loving kindness meditation. It's going to be a version of this for this current time, for this unprecedented time that we're going through now. And so what we will do is in a moment we'll close our eyes and I will give a guided meditation. If at any time you feel upset or overwhelmed by the meditation, just know that you can open your eyes at any time. It is an emotional time, so that's okay. Don't worry about it, and just know, be kind to yourself. If you need to open your eyes or stop at any time, that's okay. And I will guide you through this loving kindness meditation. So what I'm going to invite you to do now is just to sit in a comfortable position. So I'm sitting cross-legged actually where I am here, but maybe you're sitting on a chair or cross-legged with your back supported can be helpful. But if you're a seasoned meditator, you might not need to have the back support. So just sitting, if you're sitting in a chair with your feet flat on the ground, so not crossed, just have them flat on the ground. We have an upright spine, bringing intention to our posture. But also being relaxed in the body as well and comfortable. But we're not here to sleep. We're here to bring intention to our meditation. And our chin is slightly tucked in. And I'm also now going to invite you just to close your eyes. Or if you prefer, you can lower the eyes to the floor and soften the gaze. And now just to start the meditation, I'm going to ring my gong. We're just going to listen to the sound for a moment. And as you sit here now, we're just going to allow ourselves to arrive in this moment. And something that will help us to do that will just be tuning in to the body. You can use the body as an anchor to the present moment. So just start to tune in to how your body's feeling right now. And we'll just focus on the outside of the body. So you may notice parts of the body feel warmer or colder than others. You may be able to feel clothing touching certain parts of the body or the texture of the fabric. You may notice that your clothing is tighter in some areas and loose in others. Perhaps you can feel a breeze across the hands or the face. And if you notice the mind is wandering off in thought or distracted, just know that you don't have to engage in the thoughts. Just notice where the mind's gone and then gently and kindly bring the focus and attention back to the sensations on the body. So let's bring our focus to our feet, running the attention up the legs, the lower legs, the knees, the thighs, the seating bone. Feeling the hands running up the arms into the armpits, the shoulders, the belly, and now bringing and resting the focus and attention on our chest and our heart area. And for a moment, just allowing yourself to feel the rise and the fall of the breath in the chest. And now we're just going to start to cultivate this feeling of loving kindness and allowing ourselves to feel this, perhaps in the heart, in the chest area. So this feeling of loving kindness, compassion, empathy, non-judgment, love. Just allowing this compassion to grow in our heart. Noticing sensations in the chest and the heart area. Perhaps you notice a smile forming on your lips. And now I'm going to invite you to just bring to mind an image of yourself. What are you wearing? What's your facial expression? As you look upon yourself, acknowledging that in life, what you really want is to be happy. But at this time, you may be experiencing stress and discomfort, worries, uncertainty. And just allowing yourself to acknowledge what you're feeling at this time. Acknowledging the difficulties, and taking this feeling of compassion and loving kindness, allowing it to extend from your heart and surround yourself. Compassion, kindness, love, empathy. Allowing this compassion to flow from your heart and surround you. And you may wish to say, may you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved. So allowing the compassion to flow. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved. And now we'll just allow the image of ourselves to diminish. And now let's bring to mind an image of our family. So it may be one person in particular that you may be worrying about, or bring to mind your whole family. And again, acknowledging that, like yourself, your family just want to be happy and well in life. But at this time, they may be struggling. They may be unwell. They may be worried. So again, this compassion that we've allowed to cultivate in our heart, extending this compassion and loving kindness to all our family. You may wish to say, may you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. Allowing the compassion to flow and extend to all your family. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. Now we can let go of our image of our family or our loved one. And let's bring to mind our friends. It could be a friend in particular or just your friends in general. Maybe you have friends who are struggling financially now, losing jobs, fearful or sick. So let's extend this compassion, this loving kindness to all our friends. Feel it flowing from the heart. Again, you may wish to say, may you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. allowing the love, the kindness, the empathy, the non-judgment, all flowing from the heart. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. And now we'll allow the image of our friend to diminish. And now I'd like to invite you to think of and bring to mind all the hospital workers and carers who are under a lot of pressure at this time, caring perhaps for our loved ones. These people have families, they have people who are dear to them, and they're going to work every day, taking a risk to care for others. So although perhaps you know somebody who's a carer, and if not, just try to get a sense of all these wonderful people who are taking care of our sick. Having to deal with shortages of equipment, perhaps not enough safety equipment, perhaps working longer hours than they would normally. These people who, like all of us, just wish to be happy in life. So again, let's extend this compassion and loving kindness from our hearts to reach out and touch and surround all these amazing hospital workers and carers. You may wish to say, may you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. Allowing the compassion, the love, the kindness, the empathy, the non-judgment to flow from our hearts and surround these amazing people. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. And now let's let go of our image or sense of these wonderful carers and hospital workers. And let's take a moment to bring to mind the sick, those who are suffering at the moment with this virus. Perhaps you know someone. Just bringing to mind the sick. And extending out our love, our compassion, our kindness to everybody who is sick right now. Sending out a white healing light with our compassion surrounding all the sick. You may wish to say, may you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. And as we all know, this virus is having a global impact. So from our hearts, from this place where we can cultivate this compassion and loving kindness, allow it to flow throughout the world, to every corner of the world, touching everyone in every country, 7.5 billion people. Allowing your light, allowing your loving kindness and compassion to flow to everybody in the world. Again, you may wish to say, may you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved. May you be happy, may you be well, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering. Let's take a moment now to come back to ourselves. You might wish to place a hand on your heart or your belly, or both, a hand on each. And you may wish to say some kind, loving words to yourself. So let's take a couple of deep inhales and exhales now. Breathing into the belly. And in a moment, I'm going to ring the bell. When the sound stops, we'll open our eyes. Okay, so that's our first meditation, our loving kindness meditation. Does anybody have any questions or anything they'd like to share after that meditation? So we have an instant messaging to the right hand side of the page, so feel free to share or ask any questions about that meditation.